You know, very often you'll hear me say you're already free. There's no place for you to go. Um, you have to notice what obscures it in the moment. Yes, where your attention is. But what came to tell you this afternoon was that that rootedness that Chandra was talking about is really an aspect that's very, very real about your awareness of being. You have been told that you're not an individual, and yet everything that you've learned as a person has been training the individual. So to actually see yourself as free means that you are aware of being an individual, but really you are an aspect of consciousness, like a mountain is an aspect of consciousness. The human being is an aspect of consciousness. You are a living, mobile character that can move around this planet. Well, not so freely anymore, but maybe once again. You have the ability of mobility that a mountain doesn't, but you're still an aspect of this consciousness. You are not separate from it. You are part of it. And we have so many aspects that give us the freedom to think, to move, to create, to express our talents, to guide other characters that are also aspects of consciousness. Many of you are therapists, teachers, artists, doctors, lawyers, all creative people showing other aspects of consciousness how to expand their awareness of being aspects of consciousness. And somewhere along the line, we thought we were this individual that had to prove ourselves to get somewhere, to make a life for ourselves, survive, and get through our emotional states, perhaps, that were plaguing us, or whatever setbacks were put in place. But if we just kind of stand back and look at our lives, everything seems to work out, no matter how dire it is at times. And no matter what we think, it seems to turn out pretty well. If you putting your attention on being who you are, it works out a little bit faster. If you notice that you're constantly resisting change, you slow it down. If you notice the resistance and the wanting to hold on to your positions, well, that's your privilege, but it kind of gets you stuck. But if you realize that you are an aspect of the consciousness that you're living in, it's totally in your favor because you are it. You are the consciousness. And you have been given a very high state in this consciousness because, look, you have a body that can move around. Look at that. You can express yourself in so many different ways. You can get very, very still. You can go into great movement. You can get very, very dramatic. You can get very, very quiet. You can be playful. You can get fiery. So many options. You have the freedom to be everything that you already are, minus all the striving and all the negativity that you think is you. Imagine nothing cloaking, total freedom of being this open expression of consciousness as you are, not as you think you should be, but you, totally an expression of consciousness as you are.